Welcome back to Everything We Know. In today's video, we're going to go over the contested Senate races for November 2022 and give some reasons why I think that we're going to see a certain party win in each state. As you can see here, I've already filled out the 33 Senate races that are safe Dem, safe Republican, and then these beige ones right here are the ones we're really going to be analyzing here today as we go rapid fire from left to right across the country, from west to east, um, to look into who is likely to win in each one of these states. These 13 races that you see here are listed by 270 to win as the most competitive races. So, starting up here in Washington State, you've got the incumbent Patty Murray, who's been around since 1993. This would be her sixth term. I'm putting that one safely in the blue column. It's Washington State. Hasn't clearly gone red in quite a while. Um, in Nevada, um, the governor's race is probably going to be pretty close. But according to the Nevada Today poll that came out, the Nevada Election Survey Project, we have the incumbent Senator Cortez Masto right here, already leading 48 to 27. I see that as a pretty clear Democratic victory over there. So what we got already is going to be 46-43. Utah, you got Mike Lee running for re-election. Utah is a very conservative state. That one's going red pretty easily. That brings us to Arizona. There's been a lot of talk about Arizona and how that's going to go. Looking at the RCP polls, um, from here downward, most of these were taken before the primary. Primary is going to be this August, so we still have a couple months to figure out who the Republican candidate is going to be. But Mark Kelly, who is a retired astronaut, leads in every head-to-head matchup with any of the Republicans. Bronovich, McGuire, Masters, and Lamont. That one is going Democratic. Colorado, you've got Michael Bennett. Faced a reasonable challenge 6 years ago, and still won by 7 or 8 points. That one's also going blue. She's got 48 to 44. Missouri, the home of Josh Hawley, and an open seat now that Roy Blunt is stepping down. After what happened to Claire McCaskill about 4 years ago, the Democrat senator from the state going for her third term, I believe. She just got blown out of the water in a state that has gone very heavily for Trump in the last couple of elections. That one's pretty safe red. Wisconsin, this is going to be an interesting one. You got Ron Johnson, who is running for his third term. Either pretty even or losing to potential challengers on the Democratic side. These haven't happened for a while. As you can see, the last poll on this was September 8th of last year. So there's not a whole lot of new information coming out of Wisconsin. But in today's environment, with a much more hard-pressed economy for most people, that is likely going red. I'm going to go ahead and put that in the red column. All of these predictions may change as we get a bit closer and we hear more out of each state in terms of polls, but that's what we got for right now. Let's move over to Ohio. Looking at everything we've got here, lots of polls going on in Ohio. Tim Ryan is essentially the presumptive Democratic nominee. He ran for president in 2020. Didn't get more than 1 or 2% of the vote. It's very tight between Ryan and Vance, Ryan and Mandel. Ryan leads Timken in any of these later polls. What we're going to see here is that could go either way. We're going to go ahead and give it to Tim Ryan for now. Again, there will be another prediction later on based on new information that comes out. Um, Pennsylvania. We had a full video on these polls in Pennsylvania. Dr. Oz is the Republican nominee against Lieutenant Governor John Fetterman. Fetterman leads by 9 points. That one is in the Democratic column. All right, up here in New Hampshire, this is another big deal. It could go either way, but Hassan, um, who is running for her second term, Maggie Hassan, likely to pull that one out. All right, already 51-46 for the Democrats. Now we'll move down to North Carolina. You got Richard Burr stepping down. Still probably a pretty solid Republican seat. Georgia, Raphael Warnock against a Trump-endorsed Herschel Walker. That one's going to be a close, interesting one. Could go either way. If the turnout happens like we've been expecting, it'll probably go blue. But I'm not seeing that going on in Georgia this election cycle. Democratic turnout has been pretty depressed over the last few special elections around the country, the last few primaries. Democrats are just not excited to get out and vote in this economic environment. So we're going to put that one in the red column. And then the last one is Marco Rubio running for re-election in Florida. Rubio leads every poll for the general election. We're going to go ahead and put that one red. So that's what it looks like. Comment down below if you agree or disagree. But right now I've got Democrats at 51, Republicans at 49 come November. All right. If you've liked this video, go ahead and hit the little like button down below. That really helps the algorithm out. Subscribe to the channel, follow our Twitter, and engage with us there as well. And if you have any suggestions for future videos, go ahead and drop them in the comments below. I'm happy to look into anything that you all want me to cover. Thank you so much. My name is Matthew Lucci, and this has been Everything We Know.